Does the e-brake in your Miata feel way too loose, or does it not hold correctly? Then stay tuned, because I'm going to show you guys how to adjust the e-brake in your Miata and do it the proper way, so that way it stays adjusted during the entire life of the brakes. So we're going to start by popping off this little plastic cover here. You'll see that there's a little Phillips head screw right here at the base of it, so we got to get that off, and then this pretty much just pops off by hand. And now with these covers removed, you'll see that there is a little adjustment screw here. Now, a lot of people just adjust this by tightening the screw. It keeps tension on the cable, so that way this feels a lot tighter and it will hold better temporarily. However, there is a second adjustment at the calipers. If you do not do this process and adjust the calipers as well, then what's going to happen is after about a week or so, this is going to go back to being loose. It will not self-adjust properly. I don't know exactly the reason, but essentially we got a 3-step process. It's not that bad. You don't even have to take the wheels off. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. But first, we want to start with the handbrake down and loosen this literally all the way. You don't want any tension on this at all. So now with this little hex nut thingy removed, you can see kind of how the mechanism works. You essentially have that little threaded rod there, and that's what actually pulls on the cable. So when you activate the e-brake, you can see how it wants to pull that rod. And so of course, as you tighten this little hex nut here, it'll pull that rod more, and that's what gives more tension in the cable. But we want to make sure that that's all the way loose, and then we can move to the back. So now that we're underneath the car, you should be able to get to the brake caliper here. And you'll see that there's 2 little bolts, one here and one here. I believe that this is the one that you remove it, and it's the cover for the hex or Torx bit screw back inside of the caliper, and you use that to retract the pistons when you're doing a brake change, or use it to adjust the e-brake. So let's go ahead and get this cap off, and then we can get back into that hex bit. All right, so now with this little 14mm cap removed, we can grab our T25 Torx bit here, and we are going to tighten the hex bolt that's in here until we can no longer turn the wheel by hand. Once it's tight and you can't turn the wheel by hand, then you back it up 1/3 of a turn, the hex bolt that is, back that up 1/3 of a turn, and then put the cap back on, and then we'll go do the same thing on the other side, and then adjust the handbrake lever itself. All right, so now with the rear calipers adjusted, we'll take our screwdriver once again, and we'll tighten down this little hex bolt here and test it a few times. You want to make sure that it holds the wheels good within the first 4 to 5 clicks of the handbrake. But really, as long as it holds the wheels and it feels good to you, then it's job well done. All right, now with the cover reinstalled, you can see it's a lot tighter than it used to be. And the e-brake on, the wheels don't move at all. Let's put it off, and now they can spin freely. So that's exactly how you adjust the e-brake in your Miata, or at least the proper way to do so. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the new videos that I post. I can't wait to see you in the next video.